Good morning, students. In last class, we are discussing about the transport across the cell membrane, and we have already studied that transport across the cell membrane can be of three types: passive, active, and vesicular. Passive transport we have already done. It doesn't require any energy, whereas active and vesicular transport requires energy in the form of ATP. Today we will discuss about the active transport. Active transport is an energy dependent process and energy is required in the form of ATP. Active process is against the concentration gradient. It is against the concentration gradient, or we can say that it is an uphill process. What is this uphill and downhill? If we see, concentration of sodium is high at this point, and if we want to draw this sodium from here to here, then we don't require any energy. So this type of process is passive process and also called downhill. And reverse of this, if we want to transport this sodium ions from here to this upper point, then we need some energy in the form of ATP. This type of process is active transport, and we can say that it is an uphill process. Active transport can be divided into two, that is primary active transport and secondary active transport. Today we will discuss about the primary transport. One of the best example of primary transport is sodium potassium ATPase pump. It is present in all the cells of our body. If we see this sodium potassium ATPase, it consists of two subunits. One is alpha subunit and other is beta subunit. Alpha subunit is the larger one and beta subunit is the smaller one. This is extracellular fluid and this is intracellular fluid. Alpha subunit transport 3 sodium ions, 3 sodium and 2 potassium ions are transported from ECF to the intracellular fluid.